Okay guys, so today we're doing spicy. So anything from pepper to cinnamon, from cardamom to pimiento, anything that says spicy, alright? I have some sweet, I have some intoxicating, I have some sexy, I have some just nice. So if you're interested in finding out what my top 10 spicy fragrances are, then keep on watching. And I'm gonna jump right in, and I'm gonna start with the first one, which is very spicy, and that is Elixir de Merveille by Hermes. And this is spicy, guys. This is spicy, but at the same time it's very sugary sweet, very oriental, very interesting fragrance. Like very, yes. Whoa, this is spicy as hell, I must say. This is the spiciest out of the whole range. I mean, it is Elixir, so you might imagine this will be all amped up together. And this is the most potent of them all from the Elixir de Merveille range. But this is beautiful. I love it on my mother. I'm also I'm growing into it, you know, because this is not the easiest fragrance, I'll be honest, because it is very spicy and it is very oriental. But that sugary note actually makes it all way better and way more wearable. So, of course, it has the merveille DNA. They all smell quite similar, let's be honest, with some differences and directions that they're going into. This is definitely a spicy direction. So, if you love your spicy fragrances, what are you waiting for? You have to have this. Very good longevity. And projection, I would say it's moderate. Yeah, that's that. Love it. Very, very good spicy fragrance. Okay, another one is from Zara, and I've been raving about this so much. And this is from Tobacco line, and this is Intense Dark Exclusive. This is cardamom, tonka. It's sweet, it's beautiful. I personally actually prefer it over the famous warm addictive, rich warm addictive. I actually prefer this one because this one lasts so much better, and it actually is sweeter. It's spicy and sweet, and I love it to death. Even though it is from the men's collection, this is definitely unisex. I love it on my men, but I also love it on myself. Yeah, as I said, it's sweet and spicy, quite oriental, beautiful, just beautiful. I love what they did with these fragrances. I'm not saying that rich, warm, addictive is bad, it's fantastic, but this one I think I love more. Yeah, love it. All right, and you cannot go wrong with the price, you know. Okay, next one. To me, this is, I don't want to bash any fragrance, but to me, it is better than Tabacco Vanille and any other in that realm, and that is Herod. I love this, guys. I love this so much. This is spices, this is tobacco, a lot of vanilla. It has like a cherry note to it, as I've said many times before. To me, this is like Tabacco Vanille and Tom Ford Lost Cherry had the baby, and Herod was made. So if you love those both fragrances, you will probably be obsessed with it, and you're gonna lick your skin. So amazing, just amazing. Very good longevity, very good projection, and the bottle, guys, so beautiful, so beautiful. So that's Herod. Okay, another one is not a very, you wouldn't think it's all a spicy fragrance, but it really is. It has pepper, it has some cinnamon, if I'm not mistaken. There is a lot of spices in there, and some ginger. So that is mainly a floral, particularly jasmine and yellow floral fragrance. But it's also very spicy and perfect for summer nights. This is like my ultimate summer night fragrance. When I was in South Africa, we had summer practically all the time, and I would wear it when we were going out. And that is Jasmin Rouge by Tom Ford. The longevity is not the best, but the fragrance itself, it's so beautiful that I am just obsessed. And I have it right here. And yeah, I get some spiciness, some pepperiness, but mainly I get those beautiful florals that blend into those spices so beautifully. It's rather a smooth fragrance, but I would say it's like a warm spicy, you know? Very, very nice one. Yeah, the only bummer, I wouldn't say that the longevity is terrible, but I would say it's like 5-6 hours. So from such an expensive fragrance, you would expect more, especially that, you know, it's rather a dark nighttime fragrance, right? So it's still beautiful, I still love it, and I still will use it, and probably when I use this up, I'm gonna buy a full bottle. So that's Jasmin Rouge by Tom Ford. Alright, next one we have Kilian's Angel Share. And some people might say it's a gourmand. To me, not exactly. To me, it's more of a warm, spicy fragrance. There are some tweaks that make it lean quite masculine, so keep that in mind when you hear people saying that's like apple pie with cinnamon. Yes, it is, but it has some very masculine touches. In my personal opinion, I've tested this fragrance through and through, so yeah. I really like it, as this is one of the better Kilian fragrances at the moment that have been released recently. Yeah, and it's very spicy. You get a lot of cinnamon. There is some apple to it. There's definitely some cognac or rum. It's boozy, and I think maybe it's because of that cognac that it leans quite masculine. But it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's still unisex enough to own it as a girl, and I will most probably purchase it, but I just want you to be aware, alright? But it's fantastic. At the moment, on my skin, I actually smell very much like a French pastry with apples inside and cinnamon. You know what I mean? The ones that are usually made like a little braid, and they have cut apples inside and a lot of cinnamon. This is what I'm getting. And you know, that cake that is made from, it is actually quite boozy. So yeah, I really like it. This is one of the better releases last year. It's very beautiful. That cinnamon is out of this world, so I really like it. So that's Kilian Angel Share. Very good longevity, actually. Very good longevity. Okay, next one, another Kilian. Let me please have another Kilian. And that is Intoxicated. So now, I wouldn't say this is the most feminine fragrance in the world. No, it's not. To me, again, it leans quite masculine. Way more masculine than Angel Share does. But if you are cardamom and coffee lover, don't miss out on this, because this is a very good fragrance. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite, but this is one of the best spicy fragrances out there from niche or designer. This is just very good. And yeah, again, this is definitely cardamom based. So the main spice here is cardamom, but you have overload of it, you have coffee. It's beautiful. It leans a little bit gourmand, but it's more of a dark gourmand, like, you know, very dark, mysterious fragrance with some sweetness to it. So I really like it. And yeah, even though it's not like my favorite, I've already made a dent to it, so that's interesting. So yeah, that's Kilian Intoxicated. Fantastic longevity, I must say. Fantastic. Alright, the next one I don't have with me at the moment. It's in South Africa, unfortunately, but this is one of my favorite spicy fragrances, and that is Tom Ford, another Tom Ford here, and that is Noir Extreme. And this is dedicated towards men initially, but to me it's absolutely unisex. And what makes it different from Noir Parfum is that it's more spicy. It has a lot more cardamom, it has less white flowers, it's way less flowery in general, and also it has loads of sandalwood in the dry down. So if you love sandalwood, if you love Noir Parfum, what are you doing? You need to try Noir Extreme as well. To me, this is smoother, this is creamier, it's not as sharp, because actually Noir Parfum can lean a little bit sharp from time to time. It is more gourmand at the end, but they're very similar. It's just that Noir Extreme has more spices and sandalwood, which I personally prefer. So Noir Extreme is another fantastic spicy fragrance, so I highly recommend checking it out. Fantastic longevity and projection. Okay guys, next one, unfortunately I do not have a bottle of, but I used to wear it like crazy when I was younger, just when it was released. I think it was 2014, I might be wrong, don't quote me on that. Twilly by Hermes. Beautiful fragrance, very contemporary tuberose. It has fantastic dry down, one of my favorites, you know, it's quite sweet and woody, and of course spices. It has loads of ginger, it's just so spicy, and a very potent fragrance. I think it's more wearable than Elixir de Merveille is. This one is quite mature. I mean, I don't want to discourage you from this fragrance either, because it's beautiful and you definitely have to sniff it. But to me, Hermes Twilly is just easier. I prefer it personally on my skin, but I prefer this on my mom. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm just being honest. But these are definitely a top 10, okay? So yeah, they're amazing. So yeah. Twilly is tuberose based, and yeah, the spices with that modern take on tuberose, beautiful, just beautiful guys. Please have a whiff of it, and I honestly feel like it's a safe blind buy, because it's very classy, it's very sophisticated, but it's very modern, contemporary, super long lasting, and projects very well. To me, it was more of a day-to-day fragrance, especially when I was working in law office. You know, this was like the perfect day-to-day fragrance, because I knew it would last all day when I was driving back and forth from court to the office, etc. And also I didn't smell like anyone else, because it was still very unique. So I highly recommend Hermes Twilly. And another one that I do not have the bottle of, but I have raved about it so many times because I'm obsessed with it. It's very hard to get at the moment in Poland, unfortunately, because Dior does not ship to Poland, which is a massive bummer. And also when I was traveling, I couldn't get it because the Dior counter was closed at the airport. So it was such a bad luck. By the way, if you hear knocking, like, what the hell? If you are hearing weird noises and steps, this is my neighbor upstairs, and I think she's doing some training or something, some exercising. Sorry, let's move on. Alright, I'm talking about Dior Maison Christian Dior Spice Blend. This is the most wearable spicy fragrance ever. It's beautiful. It's a little bit sweet, but it's not too sweet. It is spicy, definitely. It's a beautiful mix of spices, but it's not like clawing in your nose. You know, sometimes spicy fragrances can do it, like you almost want to sneeze. No, this is so smooth, so sensual. And again, it is quite sweet. I know many men wear it, but I actually prefer it on me, honestly. But yeah, you have to try it for yourself. Very long lasting, you know, all Maison Dior, those heavier fragrances have beautiful lasting power and projection, so you don't have to worry about that. And if you are looking for a really good typical spicy fragrance, go for Spice Blend, because it's amazing, absolutely amazing. Okay, now I have two more fragrances, and I want to focus particularly on spicy summer fragrances, and these are very good. So the first one I want to talk to you about is Guerlain Acqua Allegoria Bergamote Calabria, and this is mainly a citrus fragrance with a massive dose of spices. So we have ginger, we have cardamom, we have some painted grain, which even though it's definitely a citrus, it is quite green and it's almost sharp. So, you know, it just adds up to that spiciness. So this is a beautiful, beautiful take on summer fragrance with a lot of spices. Fantastic. I would say the longevity is a little bit better than usual Acqua Allegorias because of those stronger, spicier notes. So it's around 5 hours mark. So it's, you know, yay. Last but not least, I want to talk to you about another Acqua Allegoria, and that is ginger picante. So spicy ginger basically. And this is exactly what it is. This is ginger, this is pepper, this is lemon, there is some rose to it, and musk and cedar. So, you know, it's just a fantastic concoction for summertime. But I think that this particular one you can totally pull off in cooler months. Just keep in mind, Acqua Allegorias are not the longest lasting, but these two are so beautiful that I just mentioned that I could not resist but to share them with you, because I personally love Acqua Allegorias. There is really not many that I wouldn't like. I think I actually love them all, even though the longevity is so bad. But I really have so much love for Acqua Allegorias for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's the bottle, I don't know, maybe it's sentiment. I just love them. So these two, Ginger Picante and Bergamote Calabria, are fantastic spicy summer fragrances. So check them out. You're gonna love them. And that is it, my darlings, for today. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what is your favorite spicy fragrance. I would love to know. And other than that, thank you so much, and see you in my next video. Bye.